I think this is the best light. Maybe a little brighter. Yeah, there we go. What if we do it different? The yellow? Oh, that's more natural. The yellow is too yellow. I'm already yellow. That's way too yellow. Yeah, this looks like it right here. All right, boom. What up? Piece of the triple G's. It's definitely different. It's an odd day for one, and it's the morning. Nobody saw that coming. I also didn't see me not going live yesterday coming, so here I am to make up for that. And if I just so happen to be by myself the whole time because I'm in a completely different time zone and date, so be it. It's cold. About to get some music going. Ooh, that's super loud. All right, and you're just gonna hang out. We're just gonna hang out, man. I already went through the emails. So what I'm doing right now is, well, let me catch you up on my day. I woke up at 6, got up at 6, was out the door by 7. Do a little gig for Insta work for like an hour and a half. Got to speak to my baby before her on her ride to school. I'm so happy that she called me. I love it when she calls me. Love it. Made my whole day. So nothing's gonna be able to like fuck up my day. Almost nothing. Like maybe a car accident, but that's definitely not gonna happen. But I'm just saying that like that is the extent of what has to happen for my day to be fucked up at this point. So I did that little gig, came back, and now I'm trading. Well, trying to trade. See if I can. I'm just trying to see if there's any setups that I could find. It looks like it's going to be a red day. The past couple days, Monday, Tuesday, were all green. Seems like the stock market likes war or invasions and abductions of of foreign leaders. Seems like the stock market like that. And today we're having a big pullback. But it's not a big enough pullback where I think I won't be able to get in. I think all the move already happened. But I'm brand new to this, you know what I mean? I'm brand new, so I can't really tell you all of that, but Razia was good. I can't really tell you exactly how the market moves. I've only been doing this since like September religiously, and all through November I kind of wasn't paying attention at all because temp job. But just to give you a little, what's it called? A little context about my trading journey. I started my account with $375 in September. I've grown it to $467 right now and counting. And like I said, I guess if you've never been here before, you haven't heard me say that my position small is very size. My risk management rule is that I only trade with up to 10, maybe 12 or 13% of my entire capital. So, 10% of $400 is $40. So I'm only really like putting $40 into every trade when I take them. And in doing that, I noticed that I don't like to fucking lose. And I also don't do what people always tell me to do, which is do a stop loss. For some reason, I always like believe in myself. I believe in my technical analysis. So if the shit moves against me, I'm like, oh, it'll bounce back. Like as soon as I sell out of my position, the shit always bounce back. So I basically never sell out of position. But that's probably hurting me. And so psychologically, what I've realized, I also don't like to lose and have to like be watching the shit go down. So I always set stop losses. Now what I gotta do is is take profit better, because I always have these ideas that I'm gonna 100% my fucking trade, and that rarely ever happens. Sometimes it does, but a lot of times I'll end up in like 40, 50, 60 area. And so for the past like 2 or 3 weeks, once I get 50%, I'll take it unless I know the shit is gonna go. Like the other day, I did a SoFi. I fucking 200%ed like a $15 fucking long call, an option. I don't. Hopefully, y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all might not, but yeah, I do fucking options, and I fucking hit a big one, and it was only $15. If I had $150, that would have been That would have been like $450. But anyway, like I don't really like when people say, "Oh, I made $500,000 on this trade." That don't really mean shit, because you could have put like $450,000 into the trade. And it's the percentage. How much did you increase your money? That's the only shit that fucking matters to me. Like when people tell you, "Oh, I made $1 million on trading last year." Like, all right, but how much did you start with? Like, how much was you trading with? So I highly recommend everybody in the chat get into the trading shit. You know what I mean? Especially if you're right now at this moment, you're trading your time, energy, and labor for finance. If you're trading your back and your energy for finance, most likely you're not going to get ahead. If you're waiting for that promotion, how many times a year do you get promoted? How many times a year do you get a raise? And even when you get promoted, they be trying to double work, overwork, straight to the bone. So, you know what I mean? All the wealthy people are in the market. So you gotta be in the fucking market. I don't know anybody. I don't really know wealthy people in general, period. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. But when people are wealthy, as far as I know, they're all in the market. Their money works for them. They rarely pay attention to it. Like if you have millions, you're not paying attention to the market every day. Maybe you have a financial advisor, some shit like that. I gotta trade fucking manually, in a world full of bots and algorithms and shit. Oh, there's a lot of people in here. What's up? Razia, what's good? Angel, what's good? Mrs. Koger, what up? I was wondering where you was at. I'm happy that I got to. Happy New Year, by the way. I was just thinking about you the other day. I was like, man, I ain't seen Vicky in a minute. Juju, what's good? Thank you for joining the chat. Mrs. Jackson, yes, we are in great company. What's up? What up, Juju? Would you rather be rich doing something you hate or poor doing something you love? Could you really be poor if you're doing something you love? I don't know. It's definitely a weird perspective. If you're doing something that you love day in and day out, hopefully it's sustaining you, it's providing the necessities, food, clothing, and sheltering. I wouldn't hate that at all. I don't need to be like, what was the word you used? Rich. To me, rich is life, like Bob Marley says. It's joy, it's peace. It's the ability to be happy. A lot of times, silver made a big move today. A lot of times, our circumstances, if many people had shared our circumstances, they would be happy, but us living in our own circumstance find it difficult to find happiness. I might be guilty of that. And I hate falling into that shit where it's like, yo, I gotta compare myself to someone who's like who's really down bad, to be like, well, my situation isn't that, so I should feel good about myself. Like, that's not if you can only find happiness through comparison, I think you're missing the mark. What we should strive to do is the ability to be happy, like create happiness when we're at our lowest, off of fucking breath work and just a change of your mental imagery. You know what I mean? Like, we really gotta, and I think that's where meditation serves us a lot. Is like when you quiet the noise and you go within and you untie knots that are tightening within yourself. If you could do that without any stimulus, you know what I mean? Like, I love cannabis. Like, that's my shit. And that is the stimulus. But I've been cutting that out, just because I realize that that's an external source and I should be able to do it within myself without anything. You know what I mean? Maybe music. Music is free. It's abundant. You don't necessarily need to subscribe to a streaming service, but music is always definitely a helpful tool. Even if you just sing, you know what I mean? Like, don't sleep on the power of singing to yourself, singing in the shower. The human entity, the human being is a physical instrument. We have eardrums. We have a heartbeat. We have vocal cords. You are a fucking instrument, bro. Live as such. Cuzzo, what's good? I like that answer. Just up to your channel. That's what's up. Easy BCLS. Thank you for the sub, man. Appreciate that. That's all love. I'm sitting here in my cubicle listening to you. That's what's up, Juju. How is your day going, Juju? I know they be stressing you at where you at. Is today an easier day than Monday and Tuesday? Hopefully it is, because it's hump day. The money hasn't hit my account yet, but I got the email that it's been, the transaction has been started. So Thursday morning, I'll wake up a little bit richer than I am today. To piggyback on what you said, based on the corporations I work with, they're always watching their money. Yes, their money works for them, but they always have the final say so. Based on what you said, the corporations I work for are always watching their money. Are they though? Like, are they watching it minute by minute? Or are they watching it day by day? Or are they watching it week by week? Quarter by quarter. I would say companies definitely watch their shit quarter by quarter. And then there's on a micro scale, somebody's watching it day to day, week to week. But I wasn't really so much talking about corporations, because corporations are in the business. They have a fiduciary responsibility to be profitable. I was talking about like wealthy individuals, wealthy people who have multiple millions. I don't think they're watching. And when I say watching their money, I mean like watching the day-to-day movements of the market. They might check in every once in a while, but I don't think that they're doing that. Because at the end of the day, when you have millions or have had millions, the bank also knows that you've had millions, and they're willing to let you use your debt to make more money, or to let you borrow money, because they know that you're good for it. They know that you've produced that type of energy. And I think that's exactly why companies like Netflix, for instance, who have, let's see, what's the debt of Netflix? How much debt does Netflix have? As of September 2025, Netflix reported a total debt of approximately $14.4 billion. Okay, right? You heard what I just said? Netflix has a total debt of $14.4 billion. Might as well be 14.5 because it's 14.46. But then you say, you ask, how much did Netflix buy? Who did they buy? Warner Brothers for. Netflix agreed to buy Warner Brothers' film and streaming business for $72 billion. And when you when you add up the total enterprise value, which includes debts and other factors, it's approximately an $82.7 billion deal. So that I just did that to uh, strengthen my argument, I guess. That, or just the idea that even though you are in debt by billions, you can still get a bank to approve your purchase of another fucking entity for 30, like, what's that, 700 times 700, my math is terrible, that's probably like 500 to 600 times their debt. They bought a whole nother fucking company. And that is just the way money fucking works. Weirdly, fucking mechanics. Debt is just as good as fucking positive ledgers, apparently. You know what I mean? We gotta figure out how to do that. And what I also think too is the reason why a bank will look at Netflix like, okay, you have $14 billion in debt, right? But you still, to this moment, you have a subscription service that people are subscribed to. You're going to continue to subscribe, and if we feel like you can prove that people will continue to subscribe and your subscribers will grow, then you're going to continue to be able to print money. So they're like, yeah, just take this fucking money. It's all printed out of fucking thin air anyway. It's a fiat currency. Oh my God. How about that Venezuela, huh? You decided to stop looking? Oh yeah, I already know what you mean. 60 minutes done on the walking pad. Go ahead, Mrs. Koger. Get them steps in. Every day he's in the treasurer office. Oh yeah, Mrs. Koger, you would have a great conversation with my friend Juju. My friend Yulisa from Yonkers. We've been friends for decades. Yulisa is in fucking property management, and Mrs. Koger is in real estate. Well, Yulisa is in commercial property management, I should say. That's a little bit different than just property management. But yeah, both of you are kind of like in the same industry. So y'all would get along swimmingly. Funk Congress, that's what up. Welcome to the chat. What do you want to talk about? You got something on your mind? I'm just yapping. I was talking about the Netflix buying of Warner Brothers for $82 billion when they're currently $14 billion in debt, and just how do we wrap our mind around something like that? But we could talk about anything, fam. The discussion is open. If you got time, if you have the will, I leave it to you. The reason why we were talking about money is because I'm currently watching the stocks. I just like to call stocks stonks because it's funny. Yeah, man. But I'm in the not in the red, but the stocks are down today. Everything's dropping. Oh, so I'm about to get a setup for SoFi. Okay, boom. So this is something cool that I can show you guys. This is called technical analysis. Let me go here. Boom. Let me go here. Boom. All right. So this is what when I am doing stocks, this is what I do. It's called technical analysis. Let me show you. Yeah. Are you going to be able to see this with the fucking... All right, so this is a chart that I'm looking at. And I could zoom, right? I think I can. Oh, shit, that's cool. All right, so what we're looking at is an asset called SoFi. SoFi is a fintech, financial technology bank. It's basically a bank, right? But there's a lot of cool things about SoFi that happen. And I'm watching their stock. And this is called I guess what you would call like a medium term price action, or basically like what the stock has been doing for the past 3 months. That's where I kind of gather what the fuck is gonna happen and like how I wanna trade with it. So I always go for 3 touches. So right here you see, I guess this would be like a symmetrical triangle kind of a thing happening here, because the lows are getting higher, but the highs are also getting lower. So usually when these two lines converge at a focal point is when it'll have a big breakout. And so I knew this was going to happen, and I actually got to ride SoFi all the way from the bottom because I had these lines drawn out earlier, and I got to ride this thing all the way up. And that's when I said I made a nice little bit of money on that $15 investment that I made the other day. But I'm trying to figure out right now what's the next move. I don't have the capacity to like watch a lot of assets, so I just have like 10 assets that I watch, and I try to figure out what's going on daily. So this is what's going on today. This is these are 4-hour candles. So every one of these candles, oh shit, every one of these candles is a 4-hour time frame. And yeah, this morning SoFi took a big fucking, well, no, what was this, yesterday, right? Yeah, this was yesterday. SoFi dropped because of this. Whenever you see a big jump, usually the market wants to mirror what it usually did. So everybody who missed out on buying shit here, they're gonna, the market is gonna give them a second chance. So that's why the shit dropped, because it went all the way up. People took their money out. The shit drops here, and it's gonna try to make it bounce back. But you see, it tried to make it bounce back, but it couldn't, because people want the shit to go lower. Basically, they thinking that the shit is oversold. So it came back and hit my fucking line, just like I said it would, just like I predicted. So now I'm thinking this shit is gonna pop back up, but it's probably gonna be a small move because, you know, the reason for this big move is basically I want to say Venezuela. That's the only big thing that happened in the world at the same time. But so I'm watching it now. I'm hoping that it retests this line, and once it retests this line, as long as it doesn't go below the line. If it goes below the line, then it's going to continue to sell off. But if it touches the line and then pops back a little up, then that means that shit is going to go up again. And it's probably going to go up to wherever this top line converges. So I just wanted to show you that, just to kind of show you the psychology that goes into it. It's called technical analysis. It's a way to gain conviction on trading. Just because you technical analysis doesn't mean that like this shit is going to do what you expect it to do, but it gives you the confidence that it will do what you expect it to do. And that's how people make money on this shit. And like I said, I've been doing this shit for like, 3-4 months now? Oh shit, I got this shit all up in my face. She said, let me find someone that'll give me a loan. Facts. Yo, one thing I learned about going to get loans from the bank is it's pretty common to just fucking lie. You know what I mean? Like if you don't project your business to make $1 million this year, go ahead and tell the fucking bank, yo, we're doing great. We're gonna make a fucking $1 million this year. You're really just having a conversation with somebody over the phone, and if you can convince, you're basically selling yourself and your ability to make money. If you can do that to a loan officer at a bank, they will give you money. The bank doesn't really go into it. There's some risk on, like, in a perfect world there would be risk, but I think they know. Just like the point that I was making before about debt, that even if you don't make the money you say you're going to make and they loaned you the money, they're sitting just as pretty by you owing the bank and then having to pay interest. Like there isn't already fucking interest on every Federal Reserve note that there is. They're going to add another fucking 30% interest on your ass, and that's even more money that they make. and they take your debt and then they sell it on the secondary or the primary market. And yo, fucking finance is a big fucking circle jerk, and you really just got to play the game. What's that saying that Benjamin Franklin had? Benjamin Franklin quote on credit? He said something like, if you knew how credit fucking worked, you'd go borrow some fucking money right now. Credit is money. But what the fuck did he say? He had some other saying. Let's see. Money Management International. 13 things Benjamin Franklin said about money that are still true today. Remember, credit is money. Rather go to bed without dinner than arise in debt. Huh. Oh yeah, he said, if you would know the value of money, try to borrow some, is what he said. There's a reason lenders want to show you there's a reason lenders want you to show them that you can handle money before they're willing to lend it to you without all the fees and big interest rates they use to mitigate risk. The more you can prove that you're credit worthy by consistently paying back what you borrow, the less expensive borrowing money becomes. Yeah, man. Shout out to old Benji Frankie. Frankie Benji. Let's get that music back. Let's get that music back. Know that you're loved. What are we listening to today? Oh, Juju said, I'm a broker and manage commercial property. Okay, facts. All right. I stand corrected. Go ahead, get that shower in Mrs. Clover. She probably already in there. Yeah. Mrs. Jackson, you already know. If you start off with a lot and you kind of know what you're doing, you don't have to do nothing else. Because 5% of $1 million is a lot more than 5% of $500. So, yeah. I really feel like it's our obligation as fucking adults to have 20K. Because with 20,000, the world fucking changes. You can literally park your money somewhere, compound the interest, high yield savings account type shit, and you could make what somebody who doesn't work at all and just lives off the government makes in a year with like 20K. And then the next year, you put 25K in you do the same thing, you compound interest. The goal is always 20K. 20K to just be 20K to park somewhere, not 20K to like live off of. I mean like 20K where you don't have to think about it and you can park it somewhere and live off the interest. Oh, that's interesting, Ms. Jackson. If he knows how to trade, he should. I mean, it's not really about. It does help to have a large sum, but like I said, I started my shit with $375, and I'm already up 120 over the course of 4 months, which ain't shit. It ain't nothing. It's peanuts. We know that. But I'm thinking about it in the long term. Like if I did that in three or 4 months, and I believe, I know, I trust in the universe that I will continue to exponentially be able to increase my capital. You know, this time next year, I'll be playing with 1,000. maybe 1,500. Do that year over year. You know, I don't want to put a time frame on it because I really need to get. I will have more before then. Like, life depends on it. Something's gonna give. I got too much talent. You know what I mean? Too much talent. Okay, we were looking at SoFi before. That's the 1 hour chart. Let's go to the 15-minute. Let's see what it does. Yeah. Still not looking like something I really want to get into right now. Another thing about having a lot of capital too is like most people when they trade or they invest, they invest in like what are they called? ETFs and what I call them big pimps. So the big pimps in the market to me is like the NASDAQ or fucking Dow Jones or SPF 500 or QQQ. You know what I mean? All of those shits cost money. You know what I mean? S&P 500. If I wanted to trade the S&P 500 right now and do options like I normally do, I'm gonna click on it right now. The minimum. Look at this. The minimum to trade one contract of the S&P 500. You see that right there? Oh, come on, computer. Where are we at? Doop. It says $6.50, but you gotta always multiply that by 100. So you need $6.50 just to fucking play with SPX. And that's one contract. Most people trade like 5, 10, 15, 20, 100, 1,000. I can't play with SP at all. And that's a contract that expires today. The further you go out into, the further you go out in time, like let's say if I wanted to take contracts that expire 30 days from now, that same $6 or $650, let's just say, what does that go up to? So that same $6.50 option is now $108.20. So if you times that by 100, that's $10,000 for just one to play. And I ain't got that, but that's where the real money is at. That's where the big players are at. Like, but what you could do, what I like to do sometimes, just for shits and giggles, is go way out of the money. You know, y'all probably don't know what out of the money is, but basically means you're picking a price that's way above or below where the price is at, and those contracts are like pretty cheap because the price ain't going there. But that doesn't mean you can't make money on it. You can pick something like, here's a contract. All right, so the price, let's just say the price for SPX right now is $6,950. If you go all the way up to where potentially the price could be $8,000, which is a difference of $1,100, you could buy a contract for that. If this is 30 cents, that would be $30. For $30. And just in one day, this contract has moved 15%. So you can still play. Actually, I take that way back. The only thing also that you have to be careful of is there's no interest in these contracts. Rarely someone buys a contract that far out of the money. So just because you buy it doesn't mean that somebody's going to want to buy it from you when you want to sell it. And that's the way the game is played, man. But yeah, I got to start looking at these big shits like the SPX more, because I told myself that there's no way I'm ever going to be able to trade options with them. But now that I'm looking at it, There are some long-term options. Not really long-term. 30 days ain't long. Like 3 months plus is a long-term. And ideally, that's where you want to do all your options because they have more time to make money for you. Um, but I can do like, let's say a month-long option contract. First, I can still get in for like $15, $20 and have that jump. So that's cool. I just learned something right in front of y'all. Good for me. Happy Feet was good. All right, where we at with the comments? Where we at? Starts with death. Okay, I got that. Synopsis. How did you learn how to do it? YouTube University, like for hours and hours. Anytime, like I cut out all anime. That was not easy to do, but I did it. I was like, I'm not gonna watch anime for a month. Every time I want to watch something, I'm gonna fucking go to YouTube and I'm gonna learn about technical analysis. I watched every video I could on technical analysis. Speaking of that, there's a playlist that I have on my channels. If you're watching this right now, hopefully you resonate with something, you hit the thumbs up. Hopefully you consider subscribing. You don't even have to do all of that though. Just go to my channel, go to my playlist. One of the playlists is called Stonks. All of those videos are like less than a half hour, maybe even less than 10 minutes. And they teach you something very valuable about technical analysis. That's a playlist that I've been building to go back and like refresh my memory on shit. But yeah, you could watch those videos and learn technical analysis yourself. I say give yourself about a week of maybe like an hour a day. So about 5 to 7 hours of learning fucking technical analysis. Go to tradingview.com and paper trade, or download an app like Robinhood. I'm not telling you to download Robinhood because believe you me, I've had issues with fucking Robinhood and I've wanted to delete that shit many times. But that's where my money is parked at right now. What I'm basically trying to tell you is paper trade. Before you actually trade with live money, there are multiple platforms that allow you to trade with fake money. And when you do that in your learning process and you start to win some trades, basically take trades into profit, that's when you gain confidence in your ability to trade. And then you trade with live money. And then you learn patience. And then you learn your own psychology. Because what trading does, one thing for sure, two things for certain, is it exposes every insecurity you have around money. It also exposes your ability to be consistent. It exposes how much fear you have in your body. It exposes how much you groupthink. Do you go with the crowd or do you make your own decisions? Like, that's kind of why I love trading, not for nothing. Outside of all of this other shit, is because I love to learn about myself. And it definitely, I didn't know I was so kind of like financially insecure, because every time I put money into the market, just putting money into my trading account, I've already accepted that I've lost all the money. That's how I made 10 to 12 racks with Bitcoin, because every time I bought Bitcoin, I was like, yo, that's throwaway money. I'm not ever expecting that back. But I constantly bought every time I saw the shit dip. And now when the shit is back to 100K, I'll have like 10K. I basically have like 1/10 of a Bitcoin, maybe one is some change. Yeah. And I also invest in other cryptocurrencies. And I'm not telling you to go invest in cryptocurrencies. I'm just basically saying patience. Patience, 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 patience. That's what this shit will teach you. Am I investing into AI and tech? Of course. Let's see, what AI companies do I have right now? Well, even like companies like fucking Deere, you know, Deere that makes like the farm tractors, they're investing in heavily into AI. So although the company might not be an AI company, most companies are investing into AI and implementing AI into their infrastructure, and so that makes them like that makes them more valuable moving forward. You can see that there's potential for growth. Um, there's this company called TeraWolf, which is like a Bitcoin mining company, but it's really a data center. So not only do they mine Bitcoin, but they also help aggregate artificial intelligence data and shit like that. And they do it in a sustainable, green way. And so I hold shares in that. A tech company that I invest in is Robinhood because I have money on Robinhood and they're down 3% today. So if you have a few dollars, throw it in that. They've been doing really good. SoFi, I own shares in. That's a financial tech company. I got a little bit of holdings in crypto, but that's it, man. Anything else you guys want to know about the market, like ETFs and shit like that? Different methods of trading, we could definitely talk about it. Sunny Ali Marie. I hope I pronounced your name right. Ali Marie. I like that. I've never heard that before. You say you have the capital but don't know how to do it. So here's what you could do, Sunny. If you, I think you were here, so you heard me say all of this before. But take some money, meditate on it, bless the money, and send it to a broker. There's so many different broker platforms out there. The one I use that I've mentioned is Robinhood. If you do decide to use Robinhood, hit me up because if you use my link, we both reap a benefit from that, or like a referral type of a thing or whatever. But yeah, just basically park it in a broker, learn how to trade yourself. If you don't want to do that, there's something called a managed account that most brokers also have, and they will manage your money for you. So you can do that. But just get in the market, man. So your money, because the thing about it is when we do have capital, we let it sit in a bank, and the bank is not giving shit, fam. Unfortunately, the bank is lending, like let's say you got $100 in the bank, that tells the bank, oh, we could go lend out $1 million now because this one depositor has $100 here. It's called fractional reserve banking. And it's been the practice of the banking since like they removed the gold standard in 76. So basically, I say all that to say that the bank is not giving you shit. Even if you have a savings account, what are they giving you? Like a percent, maybe 2%, 3% is considered high for these motherfuckers. But yet, when you go get a credit card, they wanna charge 30% interest for you. So it's all stupid. But I say all that to say that a bank ain't giving you shit. So you might as well go put it in the market where you can grow your money exponentially a day. Every day, your shit can go 5, 10, 15, 100. I got a play right now. Let me tell you. Even though I didn't actually make this trade, I still paper trade. Even though I really fucking trade. Where's my list at? Nandate. Hold on, where's my watch list? These niggas is playing games. Where's my watch list? Oh, here it is. Okay. Oh, what happened? Damn, I had a play that was up 1900%, and I just wanted to show it to you. Who was it? Yeah, I had a play that was up 1900%. I don't even remember who it was. It was a paper trade. That's why I can't really tell you because I just look at the numbers. But I had some shit go 1900%, fam. It was a $1 contract. This shit is worth $19 right now. Who the fuck was that? Let me just look at this shit. Yeah, I mean, this ain't it. But like, look at this. This is a paper trade. So when I added this contract, when was it? It was 1 penny. This shit is worth it's worth $10 right now. It was 1 penny, it's worth $10 right now. When did I add this shit? I added this shit 3 days ago. So I could have potentially turned this one penny for the contract would have cost me $1. So I could have potentially turned that dollar into $7. And that's how you do it. That is how you fucking do it. That's a 233% increase. I really want to see what happened to that play that I had up so much. I know I didn't delete it because I don't do shit like that. I like to see how good my shit be going. Oh, I think this is it right here. This is why I be sometimes I want to delete Robinhood because they just be bugging out. I just found that play. So it was an asset called BSX. It's a Boston Tech or some shit like that. Let me see. Boston Scientific is what it's called. And when I bought this well, it's a paper trade. So when I added it, basically, it cost a penny, which is $1. Because remember, you always have to multiply it by 100. This shit is worth $1 right now. So what is the percent change on that? It's not giving me the percent change because they're assholes. But what is that? $1. 1 penny. My math. Should have paid attention in algebra. But if something's is 6/10, how many times is 1/100 go in the? It's a lot. Trust me. Oh shit! I love it when they actually show you. I don't know why they're not showing me today. But isn't that's 1,000%, fam? That's 1,000%. And I did that in 6 days. And that was a paper trade, so it hurts that I didn't actually fucking take that trade. But I do that just to show myself why I should have conviction. I do it to show myself that I know what the fuck I'm doing. You know what I mean? Boston Scientific engages in the development, manufacture, and marketing of medical devices that are used in interventional medical procedures. And I fuck with this company heavy. Happy Feet was good. Love yourself first. Yeah, you already know. Longs are the best for options. That's what I was. They're called leap contracts, right? Unless you're talking about a call, because when people say I'm going long, that usually means that they're buying a call instead of I'm going short, which means they're selling a call and or a put, or they're buying a put. But I know what you mean. Oh yeah, I've got I don't actually have Nvidia. I can afford to buy a portion of the stock, but the reason why I do options instead of just investing in stocks, because if you invest in Nvidia is down right now. So if you want to go throw money at Nvidia, I would definitely encourage you to do that. But you know, you don't see exponential growth as you would with an option. To me, trading options is a way to go from $100 to $500 in a week. Like there's a lot of potential for that to happen. But if you just buy a stock, that is very unlikely to happen. You're not gonna go from 100 to 500 in a week. That's 500% growth. No company's doing that. But with options, you can see an option contract go, like I just showed you, 1,000% in 6 days. So that's why I fuck with the options. Because I need that bread. I need all of that bread. I ever trade futures. I just made a cool $400 real quick trading NAS. Okay, you see, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I would love to do futures. Futures. I just haven't unlocked futures in Robinhood yet, and I'm pretty sure they do have futures. Right? I can trade futures on Robinhood. Let me see. Can I trade futures on Robinhood? Yeah, I'm pretty sure I can. Come on. Yeah. But you have to have an eligible account. I don't have an eligible account because in order to trade futures, I believe you need a margin account, which basically means I need a lot more money to trade futures. I'm pretty sure that's what it means. But I would love to trade futures. To me, futures is like the next step above fucking options or whatever. But yeah, I'll get there. I'll get there. I was just having this conversation with my friend last night about how people are afraid to risk it for the biscuit. Risk it for the biscuit. I love that. Yo, Sunny. Is it Sunny or Sunny? Thank you so much for that. Bang. Thank you for that $2 real quick. Appreciate that, love. And particularly with stocks and options. Yeah. I'm calling ice on you? What? I really want to learn, y'all. I'll check out your playlist. Yeah, go ahead. You got this. And continue to come back. We can talk about it as much as you can. One thing I've learned about this trading shit, which is probably why I'm talking about it right now, is it's mad lonely, fam. You might get lucky and have a lot of people in your immediate circumference that you could talk to about trading. I don't know nobody who trades in the real life. And I know a few people who got a lot of bread and they don't even trade. Like my cousin Joe got bread, and every time I try to talk to him about trading, he's like, "Yeah, I could have did that. I would have been really good at that." But I'm like, "So why you not doing it now?" And I think I think that he's got a lot going on. But yeah, man, definitely find community in the trading shit. There's so much shit online that you can get into. You know what I mean? But I benefit from like real life, like in the real connections, and going live sometimes is the only outlet that I have to talk about this shit. Bro, can you get prop from it? Bro, you can get prop from accounts that cost little to nothing. They give you leverage to trade with. I definitely, yeah, I know what you mean. SKLR, Triple Eights, love that handle, by the way. My apprehension or block against doing the prop trading firm thing right now is the prop trading fees because in order to be in a prop firm, you have to pass their combines, or basically like a test that they give you. And I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I don't got no bread to throw away right now. But I hear you. One day I will. One day I will trade with a prop firm once I have $100 to $200 that I won't mind losing to pay for like I forget what they're called, but the word that's coming to my brain right now is a combine. Use Top Step and it's just $50 for $50,000 account. Word. Did you? Okay, so I'm assuming that you've already passed the combine, you passed the test, and you have. That's what's up. I gotta get on that level. I'm trying to get on your level, SKLR. I'm just call you Triple Eights for that one. I was pronounced Sunny. Okay, I got you. Sunny. Thank you for that 2 cash. You just paid for my month of Robinhood, pretty much. If I add your $2 and my the interest that I've gained on my Robinhood also has 3.5% interest rate if anybody's interested in shit like that. So with that and your $2, I will have paid for Robinhood this month, and I'm very fucking grateful. Every single penny counts. Yeah, man. But that's pretty much what I had in mind about this long diatribe about trading. Hell yeah, Triple H, you could definitely do that. I know you gotta pass, if you got 5 accounts, you gotta pass 5 different combines, right? That's pretty much how it works. Yeah. Wow. Okay, Triple H, I hope to see you in the future. I hope you consider throwing a subscribe my way so we can do this trade talk a little bit more often. Facts. A lot of people don't know what the fuck I'm talking about when I be talking this shit. I barely know what nah, let me not sell myself short. Okay, I just got an email from a potential employer. Let me see what they're talking about. Hello, Matthew. Thank you for your interest in the leave specialist role at Sparrow. My name is Veronica, recruiter for the hiring team. Reviewed your resume, background experience, like to initiate. All right, let's go. As a first step, we would like to see how you approach a few short scenarios in which you do not have all the information. Nice. All right. So it looks like that fucking hour I spent. Yo, why is this? Like, I'm just going a little monologue real quick about the whole job application process. Why is it that these motherfuckers think that if you unemployed, you really got an hour to spend on the application process? Like, not only do they want you to fill out the app, basically, then they want to ask you all these qualifying questions. That's basically an interview. And I found myself most of the time having to like rewrite my whole entire resume per application, which also takes time. That shit really be bothering me, yo. Like, to apply for a job shouldn't take no more than 10 minutes, 10, 15 minutes. Because I'm trying to apply 40 times a day. But I definitely spent a good hour and some change yesterday applying to this company called Sparrow. And I actually got a fucking email from them 3 minutes ago. So that's what's up. It's a remote job. They pay pretty well. So that would be dope. And honestly, like, I'm working a job just to build my capital to trade with. Because like I said, working a job ain't gonna take us nowhere, fam. We're spinning wheels when we work jobs. Never gonna be able to leave the rat race just by working a job. Unless you work in a job that pays you more than $60 an hour. If you're working a job that does that, you got money. Okay. Damn. SoFi ain't have no volume today. Like, it's not making no moves. But if it does make a move, I suspect, unless a big player comes in and they sell all their shit without us knowing, if we look at technical analysis on its own, SoFi is about to, and if some volume comes in, which is not so far. But I think it's going to go to the upside, baby. Because it did not come back and retest my line, so let's get it. My support. It didn't even come back and retest my support. Triple A, that's what's up. Thank you for joining the fam. I'm looking forward to that, Sonny. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna hold you accountable too. If I see you again, I'm gonna ask you if you at least got yourself on a broker account yet. Alright, Juju. What's my goal to save to start with before I trade full time? That's a good question. I think I would have to, with anything, even with a job, if I'm not making my rent, my gas, and my groceries every week, it's not a good look. So I wanna like right now I have a home. You know what I'm saying? I have a house. It's kind of a fixer upper. But it's mine. I'm on the deed. I own it. I don't have to pay a mortgage, only property tax. But it's not really what I want. What I actually I live in Jacksonville, Florida. I would love to live. I am going to live in Columbus, Georgia, and I need to do that as fast as possible. So what I want is a 3 bedroom, which means I need about 18. I need to be making like $2,500 a week. So if trading can bring in $2,500 a week, that's when I'll start trading full time. If I get a career, I'm not even gonna call it a career because I don't plan on working for nobody. If I get a job that can pay close to 2,500, it's got to at least be over 2,000 a week. Then I'm good. Then I'm good with trading trading as much as I can while I work. But yeah, as far as trading goes, just in the venue of trading and trading by itself full time, I have to be making at least 25 a week, and I probably would want to have at least 4 to 5 months of living expenses parked somewhere, just in case trading goes terrible, which it doesn't. Like it won't. my trading system, my rule-based risk management won't ever allow me to go negative. You know what I'm saying? Because I have stop losses. So that, and if you don't know what that means, is basically like, let's just say I put $40 into a trade. I'm not ever gonna be willing to lose more than $5 to $7 on any given trade. If I lose $5 to $7, I'm out of the fucking trade. So that's called money management. And that is because if I put $40 on a trade, I'm also going to take profit once I make $7 to $10 on a trade. Ideally, I can let it rock all the way up to get all of the money, and double, 100% my 40, which means I've made 80, but that doesn't always happen. So in this beginning stage of my trading career, I'm only aiming to make like a 5 to 10% profit, and I'm only willing to lose like a 5 to 10% loss on my trades. And that's why you really have to go into this shit with a plan, because you will fuck up your entire shit if you don't have good money management. Robbie, what's good? Robbie, I ain't seen you in a minute. You saved 10 grand? That's what it is. That's what it is. That's a good number to start with, fam. I think if you save up to 10 grand, you could definitely bring in like 2,000 a week. If you make good plays and you have a good money management system. But like I always say, man, this trading shit will expose you for who you really are, fam. So it's great with character development. It's definitely great with that. Wait, you up though, Robbie? You up? Did you turn that 10 to 20, 20 to 40, 40 to 80? Smart Savvy, what's up? Welcome. You on that break real quick? Appreciate that. I appreciate everybody who jumped in today. I got 14 thumbs up on this. I made 2 cash. Let's go. Let's get it. I was about to go make some oatmeal, but I just decided that I don't want it. Yo, I've completely lost my appetite over the past week. I don't know what that's about. And one of my lymphs is mad swollen. This lymph node right here is like the size of a ping pong ball. Maybe like half the size of a ping pong ball. So I don't know what's going on, but it's something. Robbie says, yeah, I do day trade sometimes, not a lot. I mainly invest. That's what's up. I love that for you. That's what's up, Robbie. Man, I'm happy to know you. Happy to know that, because, you know, even though we don't know each other, but I'm happy to have you in my circumference, because that just brings it closer. That brings it in. You know what I mean? I feel like whenever you do something new, you want to have at least 1 or 2 people in your circumference that are not only in the thing that you're doing, but they're good at it. That brings it closer to you, the energy. You know what I mean? So thank you for being here, Robbie. I really appreciate you, family. I ain't knowing you was doing all of that. Let me hold, son. Oh yeah. Let me go get some coffee. I'm bringing it with me. Turn on some lights. The 1 Minute Manager. I love this book right here. This book, it's not a big book, but I've learned, it's taught me a lot about management. Like, because of that one little tiny ass book, I feel like there's no job that I can't be a manager, the best manager that the job has ever had. Got some black coffee in a cup. Put my little creamer in there. I know. Don't fuck me up with the creamer shit. I know creamer ain't good for you and all of that, but your boys still like it. Have you guys heard of the black coffee theory, by the way? I can put you on. The shit is pretty deep. Anybody ever heard of the black coffee theory? I'm gonna tell you. Don't worry, I'm not gonna leave you hanging. I'm gonna tell you what it is. Please hit that thumbs up if you haven't hit that thumbs up yet. Thank you for rocking with me. Consider subscribing if you've heard or hear anything that resonates with you. Appreciate that. And with no further ado, oh, that shit is good. I ain't expect it to be that good. The black coffee theory is this. Fake scenario, hypothetical scenario. Let me turn the music down a little bit for this. Let's say you walk into a coffee shop, right? And you walk up to the barista and you say, you walk up to the barista and the barista's like, okay, how could I help you today? What could I get for you, make for you, whatever the baristas be saying. And you say, I don't know. All I know is that I don't want black coffee. And they say, okay, well, we have this, and that. Would you like that? And you say, I really don't know. I can't decide. As long as it's not black coffee, I'll take it. And for whatever reason, the barista is like really fucking busy with all these multiple orders and shit. And they go back to make yours, but they're also making other people's orders. And then for some reason, when they think about making your order, all they can remember you saying is black coffee. So to your surprise, they bring you a black coffee. I just heard this shit today, so I'm not like well versed in this whole theory, but I get the essential foundation of it, which is basically we shouldn't be so focused on what we don't want. We should be focused on what we want to bring into our lives. If we keep focusing on what we don't want and then vocalize it, or it's in a constant loop in our head, that's what Abraham Hicks called the fucking universe generating what you're drawing to it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you essentially get what I'm saying? Like, If you're focused on what you don't want, you're going to continue to get more of what you don't want, as opposed to if you only focus on what you do want. And I'm getting stuck here myself because I have this belief or idea that even this being in the state of want is going to push things that you want away from you, because being in the state of want is like tacitly admitting that you don't have it, so you're in a position of lack or whatever, and therefore you're never going to get the thing that you want because you're telling the universe you don't have it. So you really got to become a good liar, which is weird for me because I've built my whole persona, my whole character on being an avid, radical, honest truth teller. Like, that's all I do is tell the truth. So when my eyes are fucking showing me a contradictory experience other than the one that I wish I had, I always keep it a buck with myself. Like, I don't got the Lambo. But there are certain schools of thought that I love to subscribe to about manifestation or whatever. We're gonna touch manifestation on the back half of this, but the schools of thought that I subscribe to say that when you really want something, you have to basically lie to yourself and feel the feeling of having it. And once you feel the feeling of having it, your brain, since our brain is non-local, it's connected to the whole fucking universe and atoms and carbon and all of this shit. You draw that closer to you just by basically fooling yourself constantly, being persistent, telling yourself, like, every time you tell yourself I want something or I wish I had or I don't want the thing, instead of naming that, you catch yourself and feel the feeling of having it, enjoying it, smelling it, touching it, feeling like it's visualization, but it's more than visualization. It's not just seeing it in your head. You really have to like fucking go within your innermost individual and feel it. Make your brain produce the fucking chemicals of what it feels like to have the thing, and therefore you will bring it to you. Now, when I said I wanted to touch manifestation on the back end of that, because I'm done with that. That's the black coffee theory, like I was talking about earlier. It's basically don't focus on what you don't want, the black coffee. Be decisive about what you do want and tell yourself that you already have it. So ideally, if you walk into the coffee shop and you tell the barista, I have a latte, the barista is probably gonna look at you like, so why are you here if you already have it? I don't see nothing in your hand. And you're like, no, I have it, but I just need you to make it first. Some shit like that. But I also read something. I've read this a couple of times in a different point of view, and it does make sense to me that manifestation culture is kind of toxic for the sense that it makes people believe, let's just say you're a child in Gaza or around it, because I don't think anybody lives in fucking Gaza anymore. But let's just say you're somewhere you're a child in a very unfortunate situation. If that child was to believe or subscribe to the idea of manifestation, that's telling them that their environment is, they created that. And that's why it's kind of fucking toxic. Because children shouldn't believe that their unfortunate circumstance is a cause of their own thinking. And I like empirically, I think that's true. Like, if you're a kid, you didn't create your circumstance. Adults, there's room for argument there because you've had enough time to do what you need to do to get where you at. But also, we can't negate or bypass the fact that by the time you're an adult, you've had caretakers. They've bestowed upon you your habits, your rituals, your character traits, your traumas, your triggers, all of that shit. So you inherit all of that, and that's your environment. And one could argue that you are a product of such environment. And if your circumstance isn't exactly what you want it to be as an adult, I can still argue that that's not really your fault. And manifestation culture always, it lives and dies on the hill that we are creators of our environment. And I subscribe to that idea too. But I think there has to be some fucking balance in there. How we do that is up to you and I. How we reconcile that shit is up to you and I. My method is basically I tell myself that I am all responsible and my circumstances solely a creation of my actions and behaviors and shit like that. And I try to remove all excuses that my brain tries to give me, because I have a lot of excuses, believe it or not. That's what's up, Robbie. So yeah, I think that's a lot to think about on your own, and I'm happy that all of you are here, so I can kind of share that thought with, because it's hard to reconcile that shit. I want to subscribe to the manifestation culture. I want to believe that I can, through my own thoughts, and therefore my actions, because our actions are always byproducts of our thoughts, right? I subscribe to that. But through my own thoughts, that I can uplift myself out of the circumstances that I'm currently in, which aren't the most desirable. Like, I really, 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 really have $1 million. Not one. I have, right? That's what we're doing now. We have it already. I have it. Last night I was door dashing, and my very last DoorDash. I'm in Jacksonville, and Jacksonville is it's really diverse. It's maybe not so unique, but like other large cities, there's a lot of people who are hood and don't have shit and live in fucking abject poverty, and there's also a lot of people who are stupid rich. And I say all that to say, last night I'm door dashing because, it's not where I really want to be right now. I can't just wake up and stay in my robe and slippers all day, so I gotta go make it shake. My last delivery was to this beautiful fucking, oh my god, the whole neighborhood, number one, was, but these motherfuckers had a cul-de-sac right on the river. One house had a lighthouse in the middle, like the front of the house, it was a lighthouse, and then the rest of the house was built off of the fucking lighthouse. It wasn't like a real lighthouse with the fucking light, doing circles, but it was built to resemble a lighthouse. That wasn't the house that I delivered to them. It was a house adjacent to that. I mean, when the fucking driveway is made out of I don't know what kind of stone, but it was like some beautiful fucking gray type of stone, and it was like a horseshoe driveway. The front door was like 13 to 15 feet high. It was like fucking 4 feet wide. Like when you got one of them front doors, fam, when your fucking front door can fit a giant, you've done well for yourself. And they got a fucking DoorDash for me. And I stood there for a minute and really felt what it feels like if that was my shit. And I do this every day when I fucking DoorDash. Every day. If I pull up to somewhere and they fucking crib is nice, I stand there and I feel what it feels like to be the owner. Not necessarily the owner, but definitely the controller of that property. Speaking of property, fucking Wyndham Vacations just called me. That's a whole nother story. Life, I wonder, will it take me under? I don't know. Smart Savvy just like, yes! That's what's up, baby. Thank you for joining me, all 11 of you. Thank you everybody who hit the thumbs up. Thank you for everybody who's subscribing. We just hanging out, man. Oh, I'm supposed to be watching the market and I was yapping. SoFi is not bouncing. It's choppy, so there's nothing there. So what we're gonna do, when I can't find a trade, I'm definitely not about to force it. But I do watch, and I try to just. I really think that even if you don't trade every day, looking at the chart and noticing patterns helps you in the long run. So every day is a win as a trader. Do I have all messages on? I do. Okay. Well, I feel like we've been listening to the same beat for like 10 minutes. All right. I'm not seeing much movement going on the things that I watch, which is unfortunate because I really wanted to make some bread today in the market. I made bread on Monday, though. I'll tell you that. Monday and Tuesday. Today might not be the day, though. So it looks like another DoorDash day for me. I do not like DoorDashing. If I drove like a fucking a Yaris or a Prius or some shit like that, I think DoorDash is great. When your car does well on gas and it's relatively cheap to fix, but unfortunately my fucking ass, I drive a Mercedes Benz and it only takes 93 or above in gas, and parts are very expensive. And yesterday as I was driving around, it just wasn't giving me a good vibe. I was literally I was talking to it out loud. I was like, look, you might you might be asking for a repair with the way that you're sounding and feeling right now. I just need you to hold on for about another 2 months so I can build up some car repair capital. But other than it's fucking good. It's good. It's just I would rather not be doing it in a Mercedes Benz. But something's got to shake, man. I can't lay my head down knowing that I got a zero. Even though I've already worked, I made $25 so far. Is it lunchtime yet? Oh yeah, it's lunchtime. I could go DoorDash right now. Don't have anything else for you all? When you say you pick 10, are you watching those 10 throughout the day, every day? Yeah, if I have time, like today, I knew I had time to be there at market open. Market open, I want to say for like the first 45 minutes, that's when all the motion happens. There's times throughout the day where other motion happens. Big players come in and they make purchases or they sell. And me as an options trader, I just want to be on the right side of that motion. But yeah, those 10 are the 10 that I watch every day. And it's really, I have a set list called potential pots, which means these assets have a stock price that allows me to get into options contracts for $40 or less. That are close to the money. I think that's also like a big caveat to that too. Like I don't necessarily like to buy options that are too far out of the money. You can and still make a good amount, but it's not such a short thing for me. And also volume is big for me. Like I don't want to pick an asset that nobody really trades. I want to pick assets that a lot of people trade because that's more volume, which means when I'm ready to sell, there's always going to be somebody there ready to buy. I have experienced one time where I was ready to sell and I never paid attention to the open interest of that option. And it hit my strike price. I was above break even, but I couldn't get anybody to buy the fucking contract. And then the shit went back out of the money and I basically lost the entire trade because I didn't even have a stop loss. So, just learning shit. Facts, Smart Savvy. You do what you gotta do. You too. Have a beautiful day, love. Cause me, I ain't going to bed. I will be up for 48 hours before I don't make any money. which is fucking weird. Like, what a weird thing we have to do here on planet Earth is like pay for our life. It is what it is, though. Somewhere on some parallel Earth, Kepler 293 or whatever, they did it right. They don't have to pay to exist. Maybe they have to pay to experience amazing things. I can kind of get that. Like, if you want to go from a regular house to like a fucking McMansion or a mega mansion, then yeah, you should show that you add value to society. And I get that. That's why currency exists. But food, clothing, and sheltering, we fucked that up, man. I don't think anybody should have to pay for that. It is the fiduciary responsibility of. Did y'all hear that moped? It was mad loud to me. I didn't want to talk over it. It is the fiduciary responsibility of every one of us who come before the others of us to take care of us, to make sure that we have space, to make sure that we have food, clothing, and sheltering. Just like as a father, it's my responsibility to provide for my daughters. It's not theirs. They didn't ask to be here. I brought them here. So with that in mind, I think it's important that even if we're not related, just humans in general, as a society, should make it relatively easy, if not no effort whatsoever, to be able to clothe oneself, to be able to shelter oneself, and to be able to feed oneself. But then I can see also how, like, if you take that thought to the very end, it doesn't sound like a free society. Because if you're truly free, you have the freedom to starve. You know? But who's to say that in this emergent utopian society that I'm conjuring up in my head, that you still can't be, one could still be free enough to starve if they so choose. If they so chose. GHFY9CI, thank you so much for that gift. I appreciate you, family, with the high five. Mad love to you, mad respect. Thank you for joining the chit-a-da-da-da. We working on it, Sonny. We working on it. Leave it up to me. My grandchildren won't live in that society. It's too late to say that for my own children, because I have two. I have two baby girls right now. But yeah, this paying to live shit, paying to die, fam, you know how much money it costs to die these days? People can't even afford to die. Can't afford to get sick. Can't afford to live. It's the most asinine thing in the world. All right. I'm not gonna hold y'all too much longer. I think I'm gonna go DoorDash since it's the lunch hour over here on the East Coast. I'm gonna go get some of this bread. I hope that you all have a beautiful day. You all stay hydrated, you all stay nourished, and you get to do it relatively easy without having to shed blood, sweat, and tears. And maybe I'll be back a little bit later, man. The way that I'm feeling, I'm about to start going live every day. Like, I usually go live every even day around 6:30, 7 o'clock. But I think I'm about to start going live every single fucking day, if I have time and I have the space, meaning that basically my dad's not here, because when my dad's here, he's usually doing one of two things. He's either sleeping or he's like right next to me. And yeah, so with that said, we end every one of our lives here with a prayer. Hope you don't mind. Not to say that I'm a super religious person, but I do believe in an ultimate consciousness, if you want to call it that, an ultimate energy. I go far as calling myself and others God, because that's what I believe we are. Gods, gargantuans, and guardians. The triple G's is what I like to call us, address us by. So, get this energy going. To the one of us who is many, we come to you in total awareness. Grant all of my friends, that's each one of you, peace, progress, profit, pleasure, panacea, persuasion, in this eternal present moment. Ashe aho amen and laik alaken. All right, fam. I'll see y'all a little bit later. Peace. Big hugs. 100.